Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I had to run off for a little while because I had some other priorities to attend to, but I can definitely reassure you that I'm absolutely back and at a whole different level with new material for you guys. So thank you so much for all your support in 2020 and 2021 when I was doing my YouTube channel previously. I really appreciate everybody who had input and supported, and all the countless messages that I've received and still receive today regarding my YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for your love and support. So let's dive right in. So let's reset for 2022. You can reset at any time. It does not have to be at the beginning of the year. So you can decide, make that decision for when the best timing is right for you. And I can tell you the time is always to start before you are ready. You will make mistakes, you will have setbacks with whatever decision, whatever goal you're trying to achieve in life. No one is going to be perfect at doing something for the very first time. So I always like to link it back to when I was driving, and it took me 3 years to learn how to drive, and I had to take my test on an automatic in an automatic vehicle anyway, because I'm just not the best coordinated person. Trying to change gear and operate a manual stick shift car was just too much for my brain. So I tried to simplify things and made it easier for myself, and eventually I did get my license, and I'm now driving one of my dream cars. It's a Toyota Aygo, but it is actually one of my dream cars because it's so fuel efficient and it's fantastic. So make the decision to start now. Once you've made that decision to yourself, you can write yourself a declaration, like an actual physical declaration of commitment to yourself. Now I actually have a video of this, so I will post that link down below for you guys to watch that video. It goes into more detail on how to do a declaration of commitment for you guys. And just keep this in mind when planning lifestyle goals for yourself, or even like little mini goals. If it's to drink more water, you know, it could be something so simple, but you need to remain committed and consistent to truly see benefits. Now, people will always do what is comfortable for them rather than what is right for you. So just make sure that you make yourself a priority in this world. So the next thing that I want to say is, once you've decided what you want to do, once you've made your declaration of commitment to yourself, you want to make sure that you are pushing yourself just a little bit further every single day. Now, I've known people that say, I want to do this, I want to do that, and they sound so determined and so fixated and so committed verbally. But action is what makes amazing things actually manifest and actually happen for you. It's manifestation, and thinking about it alone is not actually getting it done. So understand that difference. There are some people that are close to me that are always saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. I have done that with the YouTube channel. I've been talking about doing a YouTube channel for several years before I actually got it started. I just didn't know which avenue to take. It started out with cooking and it ended up with self-development. So here I am, guys. And you know what? I think I've got more respect for doing the self-development. I could imagine if I ever did do a cooking YouTube channel, food would end up on the floor a lot. Like a lot. I'd have to have backup like every single time. I'm just really poorly coordinated. And I definitely think you have to push yourself. And I didn't really apply myself, but once I applied myself a little bit, I was like, right, let's make this YouTube channel a consistent thing. And then something really horrific happened in my life. I won't be sharing what that is, but something that I just never expected. It's not something within my control, unfortunately, but sometimes horrible things happen, but it's how we deal with it. So I took a break and thought, you know what? I want to fill up my cup first before I pour myself to others and share with others. So let's strengthen first and then come back even better with better material for YouTube. So thank you guys so much for your patience. So you need to push yourself every single day. Now, I didn't feel like going to the gym the other day, but I was like, you know what? You've missed 2 days already. If you don't push yourself today, even if it's just sitting down on a bike, I'm kind of struggling a little bit with my back at the moment, but even if you don't do just that little bit, the next day you wake up feeling like you failed. So I highly suggest and recommend that you push yourself a little bit every day. Even if you can't do a full workout, go to the gym and just walk on a treadmill, because you know what, you will feel so much better about yourself the next day. Like, oh, I achieved something yesterday. Even if it's so tiny and so minuscule, you are better off doing a tiny bit than doing nothing at all. Now, I've learned this from my good friend Millie, that consistency will always beat intensity. So it's something to keep in mind. And the most incredible businesses, the leaders of the business, have always been consistent. So consistency is key, and you gotta push yourself. So once you've done that, you need to keep repeating the first two, which is repeat, like, you know, make your decision, make it solid, your declaration of commitment, and then go and push yourself. Just keep repeating that over and over again, and you can't go wrong with achieving your goal eventually. Now, never change the end destination, but you may need to change the route in which you go about it. You may need to change things up and have a different strategy in order to achieve whatever goal you want for this year. Now, forgive yourself, guys. This is a tough one because some people can be so self-critical. I used to be when I was really depressed, when I was really, really young. There was so much going on in my life. It was one horrific thing after the other. It literally was the worst time of my life, but it's so behind me. So I'm so excited because it happened when I was really young. And I think it's so much easier to overcome things now because I overcame the worst part of my life several years ago. We're going back like maybe 12 years ago. So yeah. I'm just so grateful for a second chance at life, and I'm super grateful that I was able to forgive myself, because there were certain things where I just felt like I couldn't really forgive myself because of certain bad things that happened to me that other people did. And I was like, why did I trust that person? And I was getting angry at myself even though there was no reason for me not to trust them, you know? And so I learned to forgive myself. I learned to not be so harsh on myself years ago, and that has helped me through so much of life, of getting back on plan, on my mission to achieving my goals. And if I didn't go to the gym for the 2 days that I didn't go, I didn't beat myself up about it. I was like, you know what, you missed 2 days, let's get back on track. So even if you derail, get back on track, forgive yourself, do not slash the other 3 tires of the car if one is slashed. Fix that tire and let's get back on track, back on the road, guys. So the last thing I want to speak to you guys about when you are planning new goals for this year, whichever part of the year you want to plan these goals, I definitely recommend you find a way to self-soothe. Now, this one is specifically for those that can get really worked up and really anxious. Certainly if you have suffered from some trauma or something, you need to learn how to self-soothe. So for me, I love to watch comedies, I love to laugh at funny memes, and I love to cuddle my teddy bears, and I love to play with my pets. So I find ways that don't rely on other humans to have some sort of joy and peace in my heart. And I love to meditate. I try to do yoga, like try really badly. So I would definitely say focus on something that doesn't relate to another human being, where you don't need to latch onto another person to self-soothe. I've seen a lot of people do this where they latch onto someone else to self-soothe. Sometimes you've got to be able to do it yourself and calm yourself down and soothe yourself. No one is going to come and rescue you in this world. You only really can rescue yourself. So learn to do this when times are tough, when you are trying to stay committed to your goal. And don't forget, guys, big vision. We are all capable of so much more, of making such a beautiful impact on this world, but we gotta learn to self-soothe, forgive ourselves, stay dedicated, stay consistent, and even if we derail, we gotta just keep trying to put ourselves back on track. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.